Imagine you're standing in the snow. Belgium, January 1945. It's freezing. Your breath mists in the air. You walk around the corner of a farmhouse and stop dead. 90 German soldiers are staring at you. Half are already armed. The other half are picking up weapons right now. 4 of your men are on their knees in the snow, hands behind their heads, and a German officer has just pressed a submachine gun directly into your stomach. What do? Most people would surrender. Any rational person would. Leonard Funk started laughing. Leonard Funk was born in 1916 in Pennsylvania. 5'5", 140 pounds, a store clerk. Not exactly the image that comes to mind when you picture a war hero. When his draft number came up in 1941, he didn't take the easy road. He volunteered for the paratroopers, which in 1941 was close to a death wish. Training was brutal. 5 weeks designed specifically to break you, followed by jumping out of aircraft at 1,200 feet. Half the candidates washed out. Funk didn't. He was assigned to Company C, 508th Parachute Infantry Regiment, 82nd Airborne Division, the All-Americans. Within 3 years, he would become the most decorated paratrooper of the entire Second World War. But first, he had to survive Normandy. June 6, 1944, 1:30 in the morning. Funk jumps into France with 13,000 other paratroopers. Immediate chaos. Anti-aircraft fire scatters formations across 50 miles of countryside. Funk lands 40 miles from his drop zone. Ankle badly sprained, alone in enemy territory in the dark. Here's what he does. He starts collecting lost soldiers. Men from different units, different companies. By dawn, 18 paratroopers are following him. For 10 days, they move through the German-held territory. Funk walks point himself, the most dangerous position despite his injured ankle. Every man makes it back. Not a single casualty. Silver Star, Bronze Star, First Purple Heart. 3 months later, Holland. Funk spots 3 German anti-aircraft guns tearing Allied supply gliders from the sky. Position dug in, defended by 20 armed soldiers. Funk has 3 men. He attacks anyway. All 3 guns destroyed. Done. Distinguished Service Cross. Second highest decoration for valor in the U.S. Army. December 1944. Germany's final offensive. 400,000 men, 1,400 tanks crashed through American lines in the Ardennes. The Battle of the Bulge. 89,000 American casualties. The worst battle the U.S. Army ever fought. And then something else happens. December 17th, SS troops capture 113 American soldiers near a Belgian crossroads. These men surrender in good faith, hands up, disarmed. The SS machine guns them in a field. 84 Americans die in the snow. Some survive by playing dead, lying in that field for hours while German boots walk past them. When Funk hears about the Normandy massacre, something inside him goes quiet and cold. He makes a decision, absolute, final, that he will never surrender to the Germans, no matter what, no matter the odds. Remember that. January 29th, 1945. Company C has orders to take the village of Holzheim. Problem, they're under strength. The executive officer is dead. Funk looks at what he has, clerks, cooks, supply personnel, and tells them, "You're infantry now. Grab your weapons." He leads 30 barely combat-tested men on a 15-mile march through waist-deep snow in a blizzard. German artillery the whole way. They reach Holzheim. They clear every house. 80 Germans captured. Not one American casualty. Funk leaves 4 men to guard the prisoners and pushes deeper into the village. While he's gone, a German patrol arrives and frees them. All 80 prisoners, now rearmed, plus the patrol. 90 soldiers total. Organized. Positioning to hit Company C from behind. And then Leonard Funk walks around the corner. Now you understand the full picture. 90 armed Germans, 4 Americans on their knees. A German officer screaming in a language Funk doesn't speak. His submachine gun pushed into Funk's stomach. The officer screams louder. Funk looks at the gun, looks at 90 armed men, and laughs. Nobody knows exactly why. Maybe a deliberate tactic to buy precious seconds, maybe the stress. The officer is thrown completely off. Prisoners don't laugh. They beg, they plead, they comply. For a few critical seconds, nobody knows what to do. Funk uses those seconds. Still laughing, he slowly reaches for his Thompson submachine gun. Slung over his shoulder, the officer watches, relaxing slightly. The American is finally giving up his weapon. Funk's hand closes on the grip. One motion. Thompson down. Muzzle in line. Trigger pulled. 600 rounds per minute, the officer is dead before he hits the snow. Funk pivots and keeps firing. He screams at his 4 men, pick up their weapons. They scramble. In 60 seconds, 21 Germans are dead. 24 more wounded. The rest throw everything down and surrender. The prisoners are prisoners again. Funk stands in the snow surrounded by bodies, smoke curling from the barrel of his Thompson. September 5th, 1945. The White House Rose Garden. President Harry Truman places the Medal of Honor around Leonard Funk's neck. I would rather have this medal than be President of the United States. Think about that. The man who ended the Second World War looking at a 5-foot-5 store clerk from Pennsylvania and saying, I'd trade places with you. After the war, Funk goes home. No book, no speaking circuit. He takes a job at the Veterans Administration, helping other veterans file disability claims and navigate red tape. For 27 years, the most decorated paratrooper of World War II quietly sits at a government desk and helps soldiers get what they were owed. When people ask about Holzheim, about the laughing, about the 90 Germans, he always says the same thing. Did what I had to do. Here's what I want you to hold on to. At Holzheim, Leonard Funk had every reason to give up. The math was impossible. The gun was already in his stomach. His men were on their knees, but he wasn't doing math. He was thinking about Malmedy, about the decision he'd made weeks earlier, quietly, in the snow, about his men scattered across the village who would die if those 90 Germans walked free. So he laughed, and while everyone was off balance, he moved. 60 seconds later, he was standing alive in a field of bodies when every number said he should have been one of them. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the decision you make before the moment finds you. Leonard Funk made his in December. He used it in January,